excites me the most is having a chance to do things. There are some things we're excited to work on. From the beginning, we've been running on getting the city working better for more people. Within those things, I think shifting some of our economic development attention towards earlier stage businesses. A little example of that, I'd like to see a video game industry grow in Portland. I'm not saying that because of Cal and Gable. I'm not saying you're aware of video games. So
yeah, yes, I am.
But I think we have a lot of the building blocks, but for some reason we have no video game industry.
Oh, what excites me is Portland is such a great place where people really get involved in the community and where you can make a difference.
Things make me nervous. The budget. We're going to be facing budget cuts, and as I've had to face in each of my sessions in the legislature, and we're going to have to figure out ways to save people's money.
What scares me is just some of the big challenges that are facing the city right now, like the fact that the Willamette River is a Superfund site, like the problems in our police bureau that have to be solved, you know, like a tough budget. Those things are, you know, at least daunting, if not scary. Education. I mean, that's the one that I get passionate about the most. There are others that I know in my heart, like the issue of force in the police bureau, that are, you know, big wrongs that have to be righted. But the issue of having a good school system across the city and getting out of this emergency that we've been in public school funding for 20 years, really important, because even though there are great private schools, Catlin among them, you know, in the city, we've got to have a good public education system. And once you lose that, it's really hard to ever get it back.
What I care about most is basic fairness. What I care about most is making sure that everybody in our town and everybody to the extent possible in our country has a fair chance. There's a fair chance. And right now there are too many people who don't.
The last thing I will do on election day is thank my wife, because she's been amazing, and she has not signed up for this when we got together, but she's just been a trooper, and she's a wonderful people person, and if I win, she'll be a big part of the reason why.
Kiss my wife.
Yeah, I like it.
I think I go to sleep after that. Prior to kissing my wife and going to sleep, well, we will cast our ballot. My wife and I tend to cast our ballot on election day, and that'll be one of the last things we do. You guys prepared a lot. You did a lot of work, and I remember being your age, young person, and people would pander and say things like, "Oh, you're so prepared. You did such a nice job," and then pat me on some portion of my head or face. But I'm saying this without any inkling of pandering, that you put on a better thought out, more thoughtful, better run debate than most of the others we've participated in. That felt good. And also I got into politics because I wanted to engage more young people in the political process. So this is, to me, you know, the kind of thing I care about.
You know what made me want to come back is just the amazing good citizenship of the students. You guys have put a lot of work into this. You know, you're paying a lot of attention to the issues and to the process. You're really model citizens. So I'm not just trying to butter you up. It's true. You know, we deal with a lot of citizens that care, but you know, not as many students have put as much thought into this as you have.
I don't know, I just hope that they'd see the whole picture, that I'm somebody who has an odd set of flaws and also a rare set of strengths. And I don't know that I'd speak to any misconception. I hope for the next, I guess we have 18 days in the campaign, that what I'll have a chance to talk about is not really me or what I'm good at or bad at. Maybe there's other people. It'd be nice if they acknowledge some of the things that I can be good at. What I hope I'll focus on is what we have to do as a city and how we're going to move forward. Ultimately, this race isn't about me and it's not about the other guy. This race is about Portland, Oregon, and it's about how we're going to move forward for the next 4 or the next 20 years.
The biggest misconception, or two big misconceptions about me. One is that I moved out of state to avoid taxes, where actually I moved out of state to honor a commitment to my new wife that we'd finish letting her kids get through school. And so, okay, you know, the worst spin will be put on even the best thing. And then secondly, we made a couple of mistakes in the campaign and gave people the opportunity to say, that guy isn't telling the truth. And I always tell the truth as best I know it. But again, in politics, you know, you just got to get used to the fact that someone will put the worst possible spin on any mistake you make, and you just got to deal with that.
Thank you, Mr.
Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That was it? That's all you want. There's got to be more.